Do you remember? Come on, Jeff. The very first
I had no idea where
September.
Robert was going with that.
Ah,
And he looked it up. It came out when?
1978.
Were we born yet?
Yes, we were, dear.
Oh, okay.
We were. But
All right.
hey, you ask us for a trivia question, we're going to come up with the answer.
I was more concerned about seeing if there were any mice up in Robert's booth
Yes,
there.
Robert has a new pet.
He has a mouse. Now, I told him there's lots of barn cats we can get for
That's
him.
what I suggested as well, So if anybody's got a barn cat that's looking for a home and is a good mouser, we'll take him upstairs to the 6th floor. And pretty soon, Robert will probably put him on the front of the calendar, the mouse or the cat, one or the other.
Do you think we'll get a picture of the mouse? Because we get a picture of all the horses that he visits. Yes.
Here he is. Alrighty, it's Elisa, it's Jeff, and it's Sunday. So for us, it's a TGIF day here at Woodbine, as we have 9 races in store for you on the last day of summer. Yesterday we had a lot of girl races, young girl races, 2-year-olds, and today we have 2 baby boy races.
Yeah, I tend to find that's what the race office does. A lot of female races on the Saturday program, a lot of boy races on the Sundays, and the feature race though today is for the fillies and mares, and that is the Tbred Carta, and you kind of have shippers making the way in for this race that make the race a little bit intriguing as well. If you like 5 furlong races on the inside turf course, this is the place to be for you today.
All right, and actually it's a beautiful day for horse racing here in the Toronto area as well. Let's take a look back at what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a big day for twofers. Lots of people winning 2 races on the program. Fraser Abley won a couple of races. Pietro Morin won 3. Saheen Savachi winning a couple of races. Darwin Benak with a couple. Bill Theranis with a couple. And Kevin Attard with a couple too.
Ah, you covered them all. Well done.
There you go.
Well done. Here's how the main track did play on yesterday's program. No deep closers on the cards, and no real distinction between inside and outside. But if you're a favorite player, you had a tough day at the office. We had just one favorite on the program win. That was it. And a couple second choices went on the card overall. The horse that absolutely killed my late pick for is the one that won the stake, and I don't think I'm alone in that, because the stake was an upsetter for sure.
Well, we knew that the stake kind of set up for the chance of an upset win, but I didn't see this one coming, and this is Cool Kiss, who had been claimed last year for $40,000 and went on the shelf, came back this season and just didn't seem to have, I guess, any kind of luck, I suppose, at all this year, but ends up winning this race for $150,000.
And you know what? Stayed on the rail the majority of the trip, and that has been the path to victory more often than not. And I really think that Dresden Rowe ran a terrific race. Put away the other speed in the race, and then here comes, one that just simply had a bit of a better journey on you on that day. But, the older horse division right now at Woodbine, it is very cloudy.
It is.
There is no real distinct front runner right now. So, we're going to have some big races in the fall to potentially have championship implications.
I think seeing what we saw from Dresden Rowe yesterday, he's due for one at least.
He is sitting on a win.
He is sitting on a good one. But if you played Cool Kiss yesterday, you got $36.90 back as the return. Now, as far as our clocker this morning, Ernie Perry, and what he saw something rather interesting today. We have a new trainer for the very first time that made the clocker report today, with one that was out for a breeze. But first of all, he rates the surface as a 4 out of 5, and said that the track was quite fair, which is something he doesn't say very often. Most of the time you'll say it's inside, but this is the work of the day. We had to look this one up. CC Athena.
Adamise Gizmo, who is one that will go pole sport eventually for Mike Mattini, and this one is very fit. Tons of 5 furlong works. Like, it's probably going to get entered next weekend, I would think, if not the weekend after that. Like, it's definitely ready to go. And Robert says that the best wagering race of the day is going to come up in race number 6, that being the Tbred Carta Stakes. You know what's funny too about Mike Mattini? Remember, it was about a month and a half ago he went on that shopping spree? Went on a bit of a shopping spree yesterday as well.
Yeah, but he was picking on one trainer in particular, and that was the Darwin Benak outfit. He took 2 from Darwin yesterday, Sigu Bell, and he took Moving to the Country in the last race.
Both winners. And that's, listen, if you lose a horse, it stinks, but you want to do it when they win a race.
Absolutely. It's okay if you win and you lose them. You've made your owners some good money. We've got 9 races in store for you this afternoon, and I'm sure a lot of people will be flipping the channel back and forth between their favorite football game and, of course, watching the races.
Who is your suicide pool pick? That's what everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know. Well, I have a system. My system is that I randomly poll just in general, and I'm sorry, it's not going to sound very fair, but random men.
Okay.
And and
I don't know where this is going, but okay.
Yes. And if I get 5 that say a certain team, then that's the team I'm selecting, and it is Seattle Seahawks.
The Sea Dogs. Okay. There we go. So that's a 4:00 game.
Yeah, and you got a 1:00 game.
I got the Packers today. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. See, last week I tried a different theory using our producer Mike.
Yeah.
I gave him 3 teams that I liked. Nope, don't.
Well,
like that
in
one.
your defense, so we have a quirky rule in our pool that overtime is a loss. So
yeah, and then of course I won in overtime. And,
yeah.
But it is best 2 out of 3, right?
Yes.
As you say, hole in one or 2.
That's right.
Alrighty, let's get started with the topics for today. The first one comes up in race number 3 on the program, and it's a first baby race of the afternoon. We have 2 baby races for the boys today. A maiden special weight going 3/4 of a mile with a field of 6, just 6 in this one. Let's see, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4 first-time starters out of the group of 6.
Yeah, so you got a Cairo Prince from the inside. That one going post for Cassie. We've got a Street Boss. That is Big Time Boss. That one is a half to an undefeated runner named Dolce Fortuna. We've not seen in a little while.
No, we haven't.
Was all out to win to wrap up the streak last time out, but we haven't seen the horse for a while. Proud Painter. This one's mom is one that is very closely related to several horses that are very close to the hearts of John Burness. They would be Johnny Bear, Channel Maker, Court Returns. That mare is obviously from a lovely family. And Mad World's the 6 out of... interesting that Frank bred this mare because the mare never won a race. She did have on the board performances as a 2-year-old, and this is a half to him to her. But I like one with racing experience. I went towards Mr. Blue. That Marcus J reference I think is pretty good. Horse took a little bit of money, now gets on to Lasix. You and I, we're all over the Josie Carroll Exacta.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what we can do with this big-time boss horse because, like you said, this is the half to Dolce Fortuna, who's a perfect 3 for 3, and also from the Josie Carroll barn. And that horse is bred by Descalo Boys, and this one is bred by Descalo Boys as well. So obviously they have the mare, and they've got good things out of one so far. Maybe they'll get good things out of this one too. But yeah, it's 3 and 5, and you can see on the board a lot of people doing the same thing, with the exception of Doug, who's using the one Prince Crest, who comes out of an unraced dam, but is a half to Globe Crest, who's still a maiden, but trying the maiden special weights and getting closer and closer.
And that mare's a half to Decision Day too, who was a really nice horse back in the day for Josie Carroll. All
right, so that is race number 3 on the program, the first of 2 2-year-old events for the boys this afternoon. Our next topic comes up for you in race number 4, when we kick off the pick 4, and we like to toot our own horn. Toot toot. We got the pick 4 yesterday, which was great. Yeah, we were getting very close. We had a horrible day. Thursday, we came back with our normal 3 out of 4 on Friday, and then we hit it yesterday. So let's see if we can hit it again today. I feel pretty good about what we got. 4th race on the program, we'll go a mile on the inner turf. It's an optional 50 with a field of 6. We see the return of And One More Time, who we last saw winning the Grade 1 Natalma.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to this filly, but we haven't seen her since then.
I'm pretty sure she got hurt, if memory serves me correct, because they were going towards the Breeders' Cup, and unfortunately she missed a considerable amount of time. But, I mean, listen, a lot of people look at these horses and say they are very beatable off the bench, because you don't know if they come back as the same horse or not, like what is their status coming in. I think she's pretty nice, so I'm going to put her on top. But listen, I admit at a low number, not a lot of fun to play that one. You're going towards the other Cassie horse, and that being Flashy Motor, who is going to be in for a bit of a show. This is kind of like Tasman. You know, all of a sudden Tasman had to go around 2 turns.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
turn number 1.
and Flashy Motor is going to be like, holy smokes, I haven't gone around 2 turns since November of 2024. So it's been a long time. You have an inside turf course specialist, and this is it. A big win last summer for War Painter, Shotgun Wedding coming off a win. You and I are big fans of Per Factor. Like, I'll tell you, for a field of 6, it is a really strong field in here.
Did you get a rider change for the 4?
No, because you know what happened there? I'll tell you what happened there. So, Elisa and I, we print our PPs 72 hours out in advance. The program, when it is published, they have chances to make corrections on there if need be. So, so what happened here is Rico Walcott was named on per factor on the overnight and the PBs that we got. But by the time the program came out, they were able to correct it to the rider that's going to ride that Vinez one for us.
Okay, so Flores picks up the call with that one here in race number 4 once again to kick off the pick 4 for you this afternoon. What do we got next? Well, we're going to talk about more babies, and that comes up in race number 5. Race number 5. I don't have my glasses on, so 5 does look like a 6 when it's a little blurry. But yeah, race number 5 going 5/8 of a mile. It's a maiden optional 40. Now this one filled with 7 horses, lots of firsters in there. And you know what else I find really interesting? For quite a few of these dams, these are their very first foals to make it to the races. Silent Lee, first foal for that one. Rum Talk, first foal for that one. Swift Attraction from the Churkup Barn, first foal for that one as well.
Yeah, and then you got the 7 Navy Street. That one's by one of your favorite stallions, Jimmy Creed, for speed. And this one's from the same family as Hank Golly and Bravo Kate. I like Silent Lee in here. This is Silent Name out of the mare that was very, very quick, Bonnie Lee. And this is the first foal of that mare. And then we have our good friend Ronnie Sadler with the first-time starter Rum Talk. That one kind of intrigues me a little bit. Churkop's horse looks to be working encouragingly, getting ready for this race. This is the type of race, too, where you have an Ontario sired horse. You can go in here and obviously not worry about being claimed, and if you're not Ontario sired, you can go in for the tag. But I always find it interesting when the connections go in these races that have Ontario sired horses instead of the main special weight races. Do they think they're maybe not quite of the caliber of an open maiden? That's why they've gone this race, because if you're not familiar, when you're Ontario sired or Ontario foaled, you get all those bonuses if you win a main special weight open race.
That's true, but I think sometimes you're just a little afraid of the American breds that are going to be in there, and why not? You get an opportunity to go for all the money here in this race. I went to Mr. Perfect. I'm interested to see this one. This guy right here had a decent race in the first career start. I'd be pretty happy with that first start for Tiller. Was beat by a horse named Shacktown, who's a pretty nice one. So I'm going to say experience could help out with this one here today. But yeah, this is a nice little baby race, race number 5 on the afternoon's card. Let's go to our next topic, which of course is the on-track feature for the day today, and it'll go as race number 6 this afternoon. Right about when my football team is going to be kicking off.
You'll be a little nervous at this point.
I got to go out and do the interview, Jeff. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So the Zajakarta, 5/8 of a mile on the inner turf course, and this one going for a purse of $100,000 for the fillies and mares. And is it as easy? Is it as easy as just putting a big circle around Pop Idol?
I think it's a drop down in class myself. I mean, she came off the layoff last time out, and she was able to win against a pretty tough group of sprinters. And kudos to George Weaver for having this horse ready to go. If you're not familiar with George Weaver, one of my favorite angles to play with him is turf sprints. He's got unbelievable stats in that category. So he gets the rail here on this day, gets the front with Johnny V. And I just thought that Johnny rode the horse very confidently. Like, everybody's scrubbing at this point. He's just sitting.
Yeah.
Just sitting. And now he just starts to ask and kicks off nicely. She was a big number on this day, too, at odds of 17-1. And don't forget, she was kind of developed right here at Woodbine, too, because she won a couple of Woodbine races, including the Shady Well Stakes. She won 3 Woodbine races, as a matter of fact, last season. So she does like it here. She's never run on the inside turf course, and she gets a beautiful draw here today. Now, there's a lot of pace in here. You've got Olivia Rose. You've got Thermal, who's kind of an interesting entrance, coming in from California. Does it maybe set up for Little Teddy, as that horse might be able to capitalize with a bit of an off-the-pace journey? But I think the race does go through Pop Idol.
I would agree. And, you got to look, Pop Idol is bred right here in Ontario by Christine Hayden, and they breed some nice horses. So obviously they want to be here to get all the money. But, I just feel like it's her race today, if she shows up or not. She's looking for 4 wins in a row, but she is so consistent.
She is. And again, I just think it's a drop in class for her myself. I agree. But
I think
the
other girls are going to have their shoes done up tight to try and beat her here. Who did Robert go visit?
Oh, of course. I think he visits Little Teddy a lot.
I do. I have a funny feeling that he might want to take home Little Teddy. They're getting closer and closer. It's because their hair matches.
And we've shown this photo before because remember the horse with the side eye?
We have shown this photo. This isn't a
Robert,
photo.
you're repeating.
You got caught.
Robert, you're busted. You're recycling photos.
Now that's
unacceptable.
Not fair. Now I expect a picture of him and the mouse.
Oh, yes. Recycling because we saw the side eye photo.
We've seen that. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't fool us. What do we got next? Oh, race number 7, where we're going to find Jeff's best bet. And this is an optional $40,000 claimer going 3/4 of a mile. Are we sprinting almost all day long?
A lot of sprints.
A lot of sprinting on today's program. But this one going 3/4, as I mentioned. A horse I've been trying to get home for so many starts this year is here, and that's 50 BMG. I got to stick with him one more time, the Barb Minchell horse. But who do you say is it in this spot?
I'm going towards Groot. You know, I think there's a lot of pace in this race. You got Banking on a Miracle that's going to show some speed. Frack Right, 50 BMG. I just think it maybe sets up really nicely for Groot, who came off the layoff and was able to win last time. But against easier. I realize we have to face tougher in here, but what is one of the angles that you like to use? And I used one of your angles yesterday to get me a winner of the nightcap.
Yeah.
But another one of Elisa's angles at this time of the year are fresh legs. And we have some fresh legs right now on Groot, who has not danced a lot of dances so far this season. And I think might be able to reel in the speed. And then we have
The Lone Wolfer.
Lone Wolfer, courtesy of Elisa.
This is that move that you and I do a lot, where you feel like, come on, I got to stick with this horse. I've been riding the 50 BMG train for quite some time now, and I'll stick with it. It's not your move, Jeff, which is when you play them when you get off of them.
Yes.
But you know what? Yesterday too, that is a move I like the first start going long, and I tried it yesterday with the Kevin Attard horse. It didn't work out. One hot mess.
Yep.
I mean, look, the horse came on with a good run in the end. But you and I helped everybody out for the exactor, because you used that move with Moving to the Country, who you had been sticking with too.
I know.
You had been sticking with them, and I had the Minchell horse there, and we ended up rounding out the exactor.
Now, I have some breaking news, courtesy of Robert Geller. I sent a different photo in, but they put up the one we have seen before. Talking about throwing the crew under the bus, I would never do that to you guys. And then he writes, and bad news, Carlos Alcaraz lost yesterday. Now, I saw a funny photo with Carlos Alcaraz. He went to visit Alcatraz the other day. He did.
You know what? If we get Robert a cat, we better name him Carlos.
Or Alcaraz. Yeah.
That's too complicated for the guys upstairs.
Or Alcatraz. So anyway, sorry to get off track there a little bit. Crew, I would never throw you under the bus like that. That is Robert's.
And I only threw Mike under the bus at the beginning.
That's true.
All right, race number 8 is how we kick off the late double for you. Oh, no give up is the topic here. And here we see the return of Maximum 50. Isn't this interesting? You know, this horse was claimed back on July 19th after, having such a good campaign. 3 wins from 4 starts. What happened? Like, the horse actually looks like he took a rest for the remainder of July and even August, because he doesn't come back to working until September the 7th.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll have more information on Maximum 50 coming up in a couple of seconds. But the horse that never gives up last time was Sinclarity, who loses to Tabloid Material, who's so good right now for Devin Gittins. And Tabloid Material right now is in the second last position. And right in front of that one is our hub subject, and this is Sinclarity. I thought Sinclarity got delayed a little bit. Whereas with Tabloid Material, she's kind of able to have a very effective rally here, unopposed on the outside, and just keeps on going. Meanwhile, Pietro, he's got to try to figure where to go here with Sinclarity, and it's not really there. Now we're going to kind of split horses in here and just watch. Briefly, it looks like the horse is maybe going to give up here, but comes back on right now, and eventually will finish just about ahead and behind.
Oof, one more jump and you had it.
Yeah, so really, I just love the determination. This horse is named after Christine Sinclair, a wonderful soccer player here in Canada. She was a champion, and she had no give up in her racing career, or in her soccer career, I should say. And this horse just has absolutely no give up either. So kudos to the Canuck Racing Club for naming Sinclarity that specific horse, given that horse's name, Sinclarity. Now, Maximum 50, producer Mike put up a stat earlier on this week, a 23-way tie right now for 3-time winners this meet.
Right.
And Maximum 50 is one of them. So, as you said, though, the absence is curious.
Yeah, especially off of such a good campaign.
Yeah.
What happened when this horse came back, and did it happen in the race, or did it happen, maybe the following week or the week after for the new connections? But for whatever the reason is, you don't see any works in July, you don't see any works in the month of August, and then you just see 2 workouts, which is a little unusual for this barn because they normally like to have a
Yep.
lot.
And was in the faster split of a race back on July the 19th as well. The 5th place finisher came out of that race to win. The 6th place finisher was Party On, who came out of that race to win as well. We have some personal favorites here. Like I've always liked the Empty Jester. Give Me the Boots is a fun horse to watch as well. But both you and I going towards one that might be able to get like a nice little stocking position here, that being Sinclarity.
And of course, Kevin had a good day yesterday with 2 winners, and so did Saheen with 2 winners, including the stakes race. In fact, Saheen, he took the late double on the program yesterday. So I know we have a little bit of time, but let's just keep on rolling because we have one more race to take a look at, and that is the 9th race, which is a maiden special going a mile on the inner turf course. And we do scratch, of course, the main track only horse. The 10 is out. The carryover in the jackpot high 5 is over $25,000. Okay, so I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, look, you got a little jockey juggling going on with the 8 and the 9. Like for example, Saheen Savachi, who's been riding Magnetime for the 3 starts, leaves that horse to go to Liberty Bay, who comes back off of taking some significant time away from the races for Mark Cassie, and Magnetime's going to be the favorite.
Remember you and I said that we should have the graphic of a horse and me jumping off a horse?
Yes, and that's the time to play it?
That's the time to play it, but we'll get to that one in a couple of seconds. But let's first of all focus in on Alex Accelerando is the horse's name, and Accelerando had a beautiful trip on this day, engineered by Es1 Flores. Perfect works, both you and I thought was sitting on a win, and got it for Doyle on that day. But Accelerando, a little bit delayed now, trying to get out, can't. Now we get out, but gets bumped a little bit too. Like this was a roughly run stretch run in here. It's a little bit intimidated probably, but now here this one comes. There's Toronto City on the far outside, but a nice run for Accelerando. And I can kind of picture this horse getting a very similar type of trip here today from post position number 1. Now the Jeff Off angle is with Magnetime. I've picked this horse on 3 consecutive occasions and it's let me down 3 times. So probably run to the windows and play Magnetime.
It's on Lasix today, which is interesting. You wanted to call Accelerando Alessandro, didn't you?
I know. Same. Oh, not same barn, but I know the name's very close. I get all the names mixed up, as you know.
Yeah, but I mean, Alexandro, that is, what did you say, 15 years ago at least?
That ran against Mike Fox, so whenever that was.
That's when Emma won the plate. I mean, that's some time ago. Alexandro came back and won the Prince of Wales.
It's a long time ago.
It's quite some time ago, but those names, they never leave you, right? So race number 9, once again, when we kick off the late double, I did the same thing as you. I used this Accelerando horse for the Katerina Vasilieva outfit. And of course, you got to stick with Magnetime somewhere in there as well. But I tossed a Globecrest in to the mix as well.
And we're going to see that one's younger brother in the 2-year-old race.
Exactly. Siblings on today's program, half siblings on today's card. Oh, goody. We have the Robert photo, the one that was supposed to be used. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. See, our crew's the best. And little Teddy's saying, why did you come back? If you don't have candies.
Exactly. If you're going to come back, bring me a treat at least. So 9 races in store for you on this afternoon's program. 1 stakes event, 2 baby races, lots of sprinting races, and a few grass races on today's program as well. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about our plays of the day, and Jeff and I are going to pass along another Pick 4 ticket for you.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
This is the biggest race in the world. pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
They're off to the Dubai World Cup.
And they're into the stretch.
Two of the great racehorses in the world. Giant Killer, by name and by nature. A race for the ages.
As promised, here's our plays of the day for you this afternoon. And what do you have, Jeffrey?
So my bounce back threat's going to be Red Pharaoh. Did not run well off the claim last time out, but I think is way better than what we saw. My debut threat's going to be Silent Lee. My multi-leg single is Pop Idol, and my best bet is Groot. Lots of twos on there. Did you know something funny about our replays today? Every replay we showed was the #1 horse.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, look at the ones I got. I got some ones.
Good.
So I got Mr. Perfect in race number 5. I want to play that horse just win place, just in case. Pop Idol, I think, is a key for any wagers that you're making. I feel like today is the day for 50 BMG. I'm going to stick around. I'm very loyal. And then Accelerando is my top pick in race number 9 to wrap things up. And probably a good horse to use maybe on top, and you could key that horse on top in your jackpot high five, possibly. We have plays of the day from our Woodbine TV producer, who gives you Westminster at 6 to 1.
Isn't that named after a dog show?
That is a dog show, darling.
Well, our producer's
yes.
got a great dog that would win this category.
That he does.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank, and then of course,
Mike, we need a picture of Frank the Tank on the show next week.
I think we should have that.
Yes.
And Bobo Blow.
Yeah,
Don't
and
forget
Show
about
Bo,
that
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
You know, I'm going to tell you this in a second. Silent Lee is a top selection from Doug McPherson in race number 5, and Little Teddy. Come on, Teddy, in race number 6.
Not to get confused with Giant Teddy.
Right, so
Or Cool Kiss
our
and Hot
producer
Kiss.
Mike has Frank the Tank. Great movie.
Yeah,
Great movie.
yeah.
Old school. I didn't think about it ahead of time when I named my dog Bo.
Yep.
Right? So it turns out he needs a prescription. And you have to get at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Okay.
You know? And so I put, this I
Oh my
do
gosh.
all the time. And over the loudspeaker they say, prescription ready for Bo Blow? Bo Blow? And every time I go there and they're laughing and I say the same thing, I didn't think that one through. In fact, his formal name is Beauregard.
Did not.
I didn't.
Wow. It's like when back in the Simpsons when Homer would call Moe's bar, and you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of bar.
Yeah. Oh, Rum Talk
Yeah.
for Mr. Sadler is the lone clocker horse today, and they're saying they're using the go-to rider in Rafael Hernandez, who's going to be on this first timer to work back on the 14th of the month. Is the one that caught his eye in 48 and 4. Now, yesterday we had a good day with our pick 4. It returned over $200. And let's see if we can get another one. Now, we did have to go fairly deep in some races, but we had a key, and that really helped us out.
Right. Now, essentially the 4th race, if N One More Time wins, we're probably in bad shape from a profit point of view. But we got some prices in here because Elise is not sold on N One More Time off the bench. We got the Inside Turf Course Specialist, This Is It. We've got the 3 Flashy Motor, the 2 and 1 More Time, and the 5 Shotgun Wayne, who's coming off a big win last time out. And by the way, I can confirm that Jamie Begg's fiance did say yes.
Oh, I missed that, and I saw it
that
later.
is his fiance now, so I can't say that. Yes.
Isn't that sweet?
So it is official.
All right, and then the 5th race, so the second leg. So this is the baby race, and you and I see this race
Spread
quite
out.
differently. So we had the
Yeah.
spread here. So what did we use? We used the 1 Mr. Perfect, the 2 Silent Lee, the 4 Swift Attraction. We used that one.
Yeah, and the 3 we used as well.
Oh, the 3 too. Rum Talk, because it's a clogger horse. Swift Attraction, and I wanted to use the Jimmy Creed horse, Navy Street.
Right, so we got 5 of the 7 in there. So we better be right in that race.
We better be, and the race we really need to be right in is the 6, because we keyed Pop Idol in that race. So I think she's a great key on today's program. And then the 7th race, the last leg, we got Groot, and we got 50 BMG, which is both of our top selections.
Correct. $8 tickets.
Yeah, and we're playing with their money today.
Which is always a good thing.
Yeah, that's always a lot of fun as well. So there's your field for race number 7. We'll show you the ticket. And you can screenshot it, or you can throw it out altogether. But we promised to get at least 3 out of 4. We're generally very, very good for that. But first of all, what do we got here? We've got 23 minutes to go before the opener on the program. It's a NFL day, it's a racing day. There's big racing down in the States to watch as well. Is there tennis or anything for Robert today? Probably.
I think there's always tennis. The thing that we should not be watching because they're absolutely vomiting on themselves right now, are the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
They are in a free fall.
That was our hope, you know. This town would have went crazy.
They are in a bad place right now.
I know. Like, what happened? How do you swirl down the toilet that quickly?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mike reminds us today is the first preseason game for the Leafs.
undefeated so far this year. The Cup parade routes will start right here at Woodbine, just so you know.
Where's Dave Borsk? I'm sure he should be wearing his Leafs
And our
jersey.
paddock judge, Harold Fortune.
Yes,
He's
I
big.
forgot he's big on
Now,
that.
he is such a big Leaf fan that he gets up early, and sometimes the Leafs lose in overtime. He's a little cranky the next day.
Remind me to not ask for any favors on that afternoon. We got 22 minutes to go before race number 1 of 9 on this lovely Sunday from Woodbine as we celebrate the final day of summer.